Built by the Spanish between 1672 and 1695, this is the oldest masonry fort in the United States. Constructed with coquina, a locally sourced shell stone, the fort originally was white with red towers, the colors of Spain's military flag. After Spain officially ceded Florida to the United States in 1821, the fort was renamed for American Revolutionary War General Francis Marion. In the 1870s and 1880s, it was used as a prison for Native Americans detained by the federal government. The fort became a national monument in 1924. Its original name was restored in 1942. This Roman Catholic church was built in 1797 by order of the Spanish monarchy and later enlarged following an 1887 fire. In 1695, this cathedral was renovated to celebrate the city of St. Augustine's 400th anniversary. This is the oldest public park in the United States, established in 1573 by Spanish royal ordinances. The plaza features a 17th century public well and a memorial to the Spanish Constitution of 1812, which established a constitutional monarchy, universal male suffrage, and freedom of the press. When East Florida was transferred from Spain to the United States in 1821, the exchange of flags took place in the plaza. Buildings on this site housed the residence and offices of Florida's colonial governors from 1565 to 1821. The current building's oldest wing, constructed of wood and coquina, was built by the Spanish in 1710. In 1821, Spain's colonial governor ceded control of East Florida to the United States here. During the Civil War, the building was converted into a military hospital, and in the 1930s, the WPA remodeled it for use as a post office. Today, it houses a museum as well as banquet facilities. This Moorish Revival-style hotel was built by architect Franklin Smith and opened on New Year's Day in 1888. Just months later, the hotel was sold to railroad pioneer and Standard Oil co-founder Henry Flagler, who abandoned the property following the stock market crash in 1929. Shortly after reopening its doors as a luxury hotel in 1999, the Casa Monica hosted the King and Queen of Spain for lunch. Housed in the former Hotel Alcazar, this museum houses an extensive collection of Victorian costumes, furnishing, and mechanical musical instruments. In 1946, Chicago publisher Otto C. Leitner purchased the ornate hotel to house his collection of Victoriana. This opulent Spanish Renaissance Revival hotel, built in 1887 by millionaire Henry Flagler, was a landmark in the tourist development of Florida's East Coast. Architects John Carrere and Thomas Hastings styled the building, at the time the largest ever to be constructed of poured concrete, to fit in with St. Augustine's historic structures. The Ponce declined in popularity after World War II, and in 1967 the building was sold to Flagler College, who oversaw its restoration. The present Tower of Alabama brick and Philadelphia ironwork was built and fitted with a massive 9-foot Fresnel lens. The lens, which was assembled in Paris from 370 separate hand-cut prisms, is still in use today. A museum at the base of the lighthouse details the structure's history and provides funding for shipwreck archaeology in nearby waters. The Spanish built this fort in the early 1740s to protect access to St. Augustine by way of the southern river approach. With the Treaty of Paris in 1763, the British gained control of Florida and the fort. In 1784, a second Treaty of Paris returned Florida to the Spanish. In 1821, Spain officially ceded Florida to the United States. However, the American military never used the fort, which had deteriorated by that time. In 1924, it was designated a national monument. Today, a ferry takes visitors to the fort.